Are we live? We are. My fro's looking a little, I don't even know. But what's up, y'all? We're gonna wait to see who's gonna jump on. We have one person. Hello, Niamey. I hope you are well. We have some more people today. We are doing our live reading, so we got a lot of content to get through. So I'm gonna give everyone like one actual minute, and we're gonna start at 2:01. I like to be prompt, but I'll respect people, who are just now seeing. I respect that Instagram needs to give the algorithm and send it to people. But we're going to be. We got a lot of things to get through. So yeah. So if you can just be a little patient, we can start. How are we feeling though? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best day of my life, 1 being the worst day, what are we feeling? I'm feeling a 9. I think maybe an 8. I'm having a really good day. I had a talk today with my life coach, and it was just phenomenal. She was awesome, and we really were able to talk about some of my emotions. I've been feeling really angry. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I've been mad angry. Like, I'm just so upset, and I didn't know why. And the honest truth is I'm just mad because we're in quarantine still. It's driving me a little crazy, but nonetheless, I was a little mad. And so I was able to deal with that with my life coach today. If you don't have a therapist or a life coach or some sort of person to talk through emotions, you should get one. There are a lot of free resources that you can go to, so you don't even have to pay. But if you have the funds, like I ain't got the funds, so she's free for me. But if you have the money, y'all should get a therapist or a life coach. Do not try to go through life on your own. Y'all, please do not. But I'm glad you're doing well. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so we got a few people here. Thank you for joining us. The other people will come when they come. I want to set some rules for today's live. Okay. For rule number 1, have patience with me. Be patient with me. I like to banter. I like to have a lot of comments. I'll try to keep the comments minimum because we have a lot of short stories and poems to get through. A lot. We have 30 of y'all sent in poems, short stories, thoughts. So I'm going to be reading through 30. They all range in length, okay? So be patient with me. I'm going to do the best I can. I may, depending on how long, if this live even allows me to, I may have to cut it short. So we may have to do half now and half Tuesday. Is Tuesday a good day? I like Tuesdays and Thursdays to go live. I don't know why. Those are my days. It's Tuesday and Monday too. Life of Young Realist is my business. Make sure you follow me. I go live there on Mondays. But Tuesday, I think, is what we might do if this is too much. The second rule is forgive me in advance if I mispronounce your name or mispronounce anything you wrote. Yes, please take it to my head and not my heart to know that I am not intentionally trying to sabotage your writing or anything, and I'm really trying to get the point across. So please forgive me for that. The third rule, if you hear something you like, yes, you leave a fire emoji in the comments. Yeah, let us know you like it. Leave a fire. Again, remember this is 24 hours, so someone who may not be on the live now can come back and hear me reading their poem and see that you like it. Please leave the fire sign in the comments. If you like a poem or something that I say, leave it in the comments. The fourth rule, I forgot it was on number 4. The fourth rule, if you hear something that resonates with you, if you hear something that you connect with, that you feel like, oh, that hit me, right? Like that just reminds me of me. I can identify with that. Leave a fist in the comments. Okay, so if you like something you hear, leave the fire in the comments. If it was clever, if it was funny, if you enjoyed it, leave a fire in the comments. And if something resonates with you and you identify with it, leave a fist. Okay, the fifth rule, if there's a poem you really, really like and you just adore, please make sure you go and slide in the DMs of that writer. I'm going to try to do the best I can to identify the author by saying their name and their IG handle if we have it. We don't have everyone's, but I'll try to do the best I can. But if you know someone that I say and you really enjoy what their words are, or you resonate, or you just like it, please give them their flowers while they can smell them. If you like something you see, let them know you like it. Let them know you like it. Let them know you enjoy it. Let them know how important their work is to you. Yes, let's build community. Community is one of my values, so let's build community. The last thing is, again, please entertain my banter. Yeah, I think I'm funny. So I'm going to be making comments. Like I said, I'll try to keep the comments in between each poem to a minimum, but that's a reality. I was looking through some of these poems and stories. I may cry, guys. I'm an emotional person and I express my emotions. I'm not a robot. I don't even try to hide my emotions. So if I get emotional or start crying, we gonna do what it do, baby, okay? Okay. And the last thing I want to say, they're not my poems, but I have 2 poems I also will be reading from someone else that I put in the collection. The first thing I want to say is something resonated with me today. So I wonder how many of us are depressed or sad or emotionally unattached to things based off of us not knowing our value and going after things and desiring things that aren't supposed to serve us. So again, I wonder how many of us are doing things, are desiring things, are going after things that are actually less than what we deserve. And because of that, I wonder how many of us are upset, angry, hurt, or terrified, fearful of what we're doing because we're actually living underneath our value. Right? So the reality is, as a human being, just as a human being, you deserve love. As a human being, simply because you're a human being, even the worst human being, they deserve love, right? Simply. And so I wonder how many of us truly are living underneath that value. How many of us have settled for less? And so that's why we're angry. I remember a time in my life in 2016, I was in a relationship, and I remember just being so, I felt so undeserving. And this is what I felt all I deserved was this relationship. And it was a terrible relationship to be in, let me tell you. And I was so miserable, moping. And I was like, why am I miserable and moping? What I realized is because I deserved more than what I was getting from this relationship. Yet I couldn't let go of it. So I wanted to share that with you all. During this quarantine, y'all, let us not leave the way we came in. Let us leave better, okay? All right. So this is something that I have for you from Cleo Wade from this book that I've been reading, Where to Begin. I'm going to start with this, and then I'll start with the actual poems that people sent in. Okay. Oh, yes. Obviously, I'm not the poet, so again, just be patient with me, okay? I'm going to read them in my voice. I'm going to try the best I can to be as authentic to the people's voices. Just be patient with me. Okay. Hold up. All right. We all have pain in our lives, in our family lineage. My pain might make me think one way or vote one way on a particular issue. Your pain might make you do the opposite. We get so busy doing what my friend Kate calls shooting all over each other. You know what I mean by that. You should think this, or you should be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that. We don't take a breath to ask ourselves, what in someone's life experience has influenced their way of moving through the world? What has each of us not healed from yet? I often hear people say that to resolve our disagreements, we need to have hard conversations. While I don't disagree entirely with that, I do wonder how much more effective our confrontations would be if we focused more on having healing conversations. One day I was listening to an episode of the podcast On Being with Krista Tippett, and her guest was John Lewis, the civil rights leader and congressman and a personal hero of mine. There was one thing in particular that he said that really moved me. He was discussing the spiritual and psychological exercises that he and other nonviolent activists would use in the face of the violent racism that they were up against in the 1960s. And he said, we, from time to time, would discuss if you see someone attacking you, beating you, spitting on you, you have to think of that person years ago. That person was an innocent child, innocent little baby. And so what happened? Something go wrong? Did the environment? Did someone teach that person to hate, to abuse others? So you try to appeal to the goodness of every human being. And you don't give up. You never give up on anyone. What does it look like to talk to someone and really see them? Not just the person they are in the current moment, but through all phases of their life. What does it look like to truly believe that we are all born with goodness? What does it look like to never give up on anyone? But I just want to share that because I noticed it. Anyways, Lanita Nash, and her Instagram handle is others on our differing views. Are we rooting for their healing? Are we focusing on ourselves being right and them being wrong? Are we bringing our most healed self to conflict? The self that is focused on a just and peaceful outcome? Are we speaking to people in a way that believes in their ability to change, or in a way that merely shames their position? Healing conversations are not often easy. But that does not mean they have to be hard conversations. For me, the difference between the two interactions is usually the energy we embody. When our intention is to have a hard conversation, we are generally very harsh and inflexible. But when our intention is to have a healing conversation, our energy is generally a little softer and less judgmental. If we focus on healing, our humanity and hope for the other will always remain intact. Our internal pain often wants to dictate our thoughts, words, and actions, but we always have the power to put the healed spaces within us in charge of our lives, actions, and words instead. And that is by CeeLo Wade. CeeLo Wade. Okay, so I wanted to get that out the way first. I try to always remember that we are all human beings. At the end of the day, we all bleed the same. We all cry the same. We're all human beings. So, hey, again, forgive me. Y'all, I'm going to start reading these poems and short stories. Forgive me if I mispronounce. There's one specifically that a little bit is in Spanish, and your girl, is half Mexican, but your girl don't know Spanish like that. So I'm going to just do the best that I can. And again, if you like something, use the fire emoji. And if you identify with something, use the fist emoji. And if you really love something, make sure you slide in these people's DMs and let them know you love them, you appreciate them. Give them their flowers while they can smell them. Meaning, tell someone you appreciate them while they're alive. Don't be at their funeral saying how much you wish you would have said something. Say it now. All right. My pastor used to say that. And I say used to because he has retired and is very old. So he still says it though. Anyways, okay. This is from Lanita Nash. I have this habit of like smacking my lips. It's something I really hate and I hate hearing it. So I'm going to try not to do it, y'all. But I might. I just want to share that because I noticed it. Anyways, Lanita Nash. And her Instagram handle is @alignwithplants. I don't know if she's on here. If she is on here, give us a little shout out. If not, then we'll catch you another time. I'm a great reader, but I'm not a poet. So some of these words, y'all. Okay. Hold on. I feel a little bit of pressure. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm kind of fearful. I feel a little pressure because I'm reading other people's stuff. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to you know what I mean? Like, there's a little pressure. I did my hair for y'all and put on a little bit of lipstick for y'all, for the people. Okay, now I'm just, sorry. Okay. I don't know why it's so hard. Okay. Electrical magnetically. Feelings occur. Responsive to going ons. Pineal gland awakens the senses. And almost every woman has heard it. You're so emotional. So electrical, magnetically aware, and we don't remember this now. The womb, the beat maker, she tunes the energy of the babe. Mother's wave of waves frantically lay a deep foundation of the babe's waves. I tell my children, if they can't find me to look in their hearts, I reside there. My rhythm, my beats, my heat lives on. My womb charged, that spark that started the parting of molecules, fractionally creating its imagined time and time again, as we do, until begin again a new life. Rest your head upon my chest, child, for a recharge. In our civilized world, we send mothers to work in a make-believe cycle of need. Babe's heart searches for mama's tone. She only cries short cautions of overspent energy, first dose of sickness, and every woman has heard it. You're so emotional. Notably more so during some part of her moon cycle. So obviously the moon is more electromagnetic than we guess, and women are more emotional because we are the heart of the species. We co-create the heart of the species. We require the emotional antenna to summon the essence of the heart. We didn't come from a rib. Ooh! We didn't come from a rib. Our ribs vibrate the harmony of life through our time. Our hearts beat the pulse of the sun and the dark side of the moon and affinity. We're electrical, magnetically inclined to emotions. Systemically processing the energy of existence. Perhaps the first title I'll accept a claim upon my being. The feminine sensitive. The feminine sensitive. The we didn't come from a rib thing. I don't know. That one, I don't know. Okay. So that was that poem. Again, the name is Lanita Nash. There was no title, but it's aligned with plants. And thank you, Rooted Minds blog, for tagging her. The next one is Peace Savant, I believe. I did not write the name of this one down. Let me see. I believe this is Peace Savant. And I don't even know how to say this word. But it's proliterate, a short rant. Proliterate. I don't know what that means. Can I define it? Do y'all mind if I define this real quick? Proliterate. Does anyone know what it means? If you know, let me know. Proliterate. A short rant. Okay. Oh, let me say some things. I'm gonna just read and just do the best I can. I'm gonna be true to y'all, true to this poem, and true to myself. Okay? Alright. I'm not a big cusser is what I'm trying to say. Like, I hate using the B word, and I say that because it's in here. I sound like a little girl saying it, like a child, but it's just a term I personally don't like to use. My father always told me, like, that's not what you are, so don't use it type of thing. So I don't use it, so I do apologize now. Anyways, I'm going to just say it because it's in here. The word's in here. It's just going to sound weird coming from my mouth, but that's okay. Okay. Niggas ran through, bitches ran through. We sloppy seconds. Nasty thirds. We settle with the fourths. Fuck caring about the past. Love is all we can do. I'm focused like a god. Y'all niggas done too. Old shit calling y'all niggas doo-doo. I'm posted in the cut. She rocks a Baps hairdo. She like Halle Berry, cleansing souls like Erykah Badu. We flow into the crazy atmosphere. I'm dancing with my shorty. What you finna really do? No bullshit. What you finna really do? We all looking round. We got no motherfucking clue. No drama, only great in the air. Her skin so chocolate and motherfucking clear. I like that. They see the melanin skin dripping in the sun. Prepping families they want a future bun. Procreating in a tropical sun. They want a daughter. They'll take a fucking son. Continuing my visions, my sacred wisdoms, the incredible legacy, they build a kingdom. Holy, holy legacy, heavy is the crown, holy, holy weaponry. Weaponry. They should weaponize actual love. Send those shots like Curry with the dubs. And that was that. Peace Savant. Like I said, it might sound a little weird coming out of my voice. but I'm going to do the best I can. I thank you 3 for rocking with me this far. Okay, this one is Tamilia Valenzuela. This one is some Spanish in it. I'm going to do my best. Her Instagram handle is at TamEval25. Again, at TamEval25. Yes, that's Peace Avant. Thank you. Again, it's TamEval25. Oh, she right there. You right there, girl. I don't know if you're still on here. Are you still on here? If you're still on here, I'm about to... Yes, you is, baby. I'm about to do your poem now. I'm going to do the best I can. You sent in 2. I think you sent in 2. Okay, I'm going to do the best I can with this one because it's not in Espanol. Where are you from, Tammy? Let us know where you're from. It might actually be on here. Let us know where you're from, where you are currently. And I actually really would love to know your ethnicity too. Okay. Más que nada en el nombre del Padre, el Hijo y el Espíritu Santo. Yo, hold on. Let me really go back. Hold on. I can't. How do you read this? Okay, hold on. I could do this. I could read in Spanish. Give me 1 second. Okay, so give me 1 second. Hold on. Let's go back, girl, because you deserve this. I'm a really, how do I do? Okay, I could do this. Okay. Oh, so first off, she's a new blog team member. Welcome. She's currently in Arizona. She's from Colorado. That's what's up. So welcome, Tammy, to the team, baby. It's a pleasure to officially meet you through virtually on here. As I'm speaking, I can't hear you nor see you, but congratulations and welcome to the team. I'm going to restart this. Okay. Más que nada, en el nombre del Padre, el Hijo y el Espíritu Santo. Why am I feeling like this? ¿Por qué no quiero ser como las otras chicas? Why don't I simply want to be just bonita? Play it safe. That sounds, well, safe. I want to feel the highs and the lows. I want to free fall into life. I won't marry Juanito. I'll probably admire Paulina. I'll run off into the distance. Descubrí la vida fuera de lo que creo sabré. Más que nada. I want to live. I want to feel. I want to be. Más que nada. Is it back? Sorry. Okay. Más que nada. I want to live. I want to feel. I want to be. Más que nada. I want to fail. I want to learn. I want to be. Más que nada. I will be me. So that's that poem, Tamilia Valenzuela. And I hope I did you justice. There was a little short connection. So I stopped and then I just resaid what I said. Okay, this is from another team member. I don't see her on here anymore. She was on here, but she'll see this later. But Niamey. Okay. Her social handle is Niamey, the Sun Child, and that is Niambi, the Sun Child. That is her @ name. All right. Fear. Birds fly and planes do the same. Cars drive and the waters wave. Sun shines from east to west throughout the day. Branches and leaves sway in the breeze. All these things, they move. But what about you? What's stopping you from going? What's keeping you from putting your plans in motion? Fear cripples devotion, tethers your notion that you are an infinite being. Blinds you from seeing grinds. You till everything you've been dreaming is non-existent. Let me read that again. What's keeping you from putting your plans in motion? Fear cripples devotion, tethers your notion that you are an infinite being. Blinds you from seeing, grinds you, till everything you've been dreaming is non-existent. Unless you let it. Fear is an illusion. Nothing but a mirage in the desert. Fear is conclusive to your life. If you're not strong enough to continue it, ignore it because it's not real. A mere figment of your imagination. Remember who you are. Recalculate your movement. Remember who you are, because fear, you are not. You're your gift. So that's that poem by Niamey. Niamey. I feel like I say it incorrect sometimes. Okay. This one is Christy Sproul, I believe is how to say her last name. And I'm saying she. I don't even know if she identifies as she, so I'm going to use they for everyone, unless I know them personally. They, Christy Sproul, does not have an Instagram name. So if you know their Instagram, please put it on there. And there's no title either for this one. The Secret. Oh, I think that's the title. The Secret. I think it's the title. Okay. The Secret. Let me fill you in on something raw, something that's sacred, something that fills your soul in awe, something that can't be found through opinions or others' fears or flaws, something that's real, that's law. Things that you never saw. God's gift is the greatest. It transforms nations and turns nights into days, shifts, it breathes love and wisdom that leads to daydreams. Dreams about how heaven really could be. When we seek his glory, find the Holy Grail, the path that he has destined for our unbalanced scale. When we seek peace, we find prosperity. More power and presence in our obscurities. The life we live is never our own. It's God's gift that he sent the throne. I'm going to say that one more time. The life we live is never our own. It's God's gift that he sent the throne. The secret isn't safe, but it's worthy in his hands. We cannot measure his worthiness, but will always be in his plans. Ooh! Let me go back. The secret isn't safe, but it's worthy in his hands. We cannot measure his worthiness, but always be in his hands. This is real. This is raw. This is God's gift. This is law. I liked that. I appreciated that. That the last 4 lines was like what I really resonated. So I'll give it a fist. Because that one really. Okay. Here it is. I knew there were 2. Damilia Valenzuela. Again is on here, which her IG is Tammy. I was like, Tammy Val 25 is her IG handle. Okay. Growing up, there was always an expectation. An expectation of who I could be, of who I should be. Who am I? Where do I belong? You see, good girls are not meant to be heard or seen, just simply known about for their good graces and pretty faces. Good girls don't backtalk. Good girls make you feel good about who you are. Good girls massage your ego. Good girls tell you that you're doing a great job when you're doing none. But see, I am not a good girl. I have a tongue that burns to give you the truth that everyone hides. There's a battle that enrages my soul when I hear the words, why can't you just be a good girl? A good girl? A good girl whose boundaries are constantly abused? A good girl who's silenced as you walk all over her? You see, I am a good girl, but not for your same reasonings. I am a girl who is good to herself. I am a girl who rejoices. I am a girl who rejoices and loves. I am a girl who feels passionately and completely, who speaks honesty, who is dripping with integrity. And for that, I am not just good. I am great. A great woman, because I don't need to live by your definition of being a good girl. I like that. That resonated with me. Can I tell y'all? So I am an emotional person. I feel so much. I feel other people's pain. I feel my pain. And I actually talked about this with my coach today. But I remember growing up and even actually, no, I'm 27 years old. And still to this day, people don't understand it. And I remember people being so annoyed and upset because they don't get me. They couldn't understand me. Why are you so extra? Why are you so emotional? You're too much. Just relax. Why do you feel? Why do you express? And it's like, I'm sorry that you don't do that. But don't blame someone else for something you don't do and you can't understand. And it took me some time to be able to accept it, because for a long time, I know I just ooze confidence, right? Everybody just think I'm confident. But for a long time, I was really insecure about myself because I was too much. But what I realized is I'm caviar. Some people just can't eat caviar. Some people, I'm just an acquired taste, and I'm not for everyone, and not everyone needs to be for me anyways. So that came from Tamilia, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but you inspired that little rant I had right there, so thank you for that. Okay, this next one is Zandria, I believe, and it's Dear Anxiety. Okay, and it's 2:30 already, and I'm not sure how much time we have on this live. So I've read only 6 so far. Dang. Okay. This is going to be the 7th one I read. We'll see how far I can get. Okay, so Dear Anxiety by Zandria White. Her Instagram name is not on here, so if you know it, please tag her below. All I want is peace, so I can move forward, but you're a selfish coward, hoping I give up and say I can no longer take this. But that's too easy, and I refuse to let you win. I get cold sweats in my sleep, even when the AC accepting broken love from those that don't deserve it. Over and over I fight myself. Why bother picking up the pieces? My heart steady race, I fletch for no reason. I'm always afraid. I dream constantly of someone kidnapping me, and although it was once my reality, 8 years still seem like yesterday. And as I pray, when I take these pills, he will find me and let me go. But it only brought me closer to his fist and hands around my throat. Given so much drugs, I forgot who I was. And sometimes I judged and laughed at. Like I wanted that, they say. Okay, let me reread this. There aren't stanzas. It's just coming as a full paragraph. I want to reread it. Hold on. I'm going to reread it. So again, Zandria White, Dear Anxiety. All I want is peace, so I can move forward. But you're a selfish coward, hoping I give up and say I can no longer take this. But that's too easy, and I refuse to let you win. I get cold sweats in my sleep, even when the AC... accepting broken love from those that don't deserve it. Over and over I fight myself. Why bother picking up the pieces? My heart steady race, I fletch for no reason. I'm always afraid. I dream constantly of someone kidnapping me. And although it was once my reality, 8 years still seems like yesterday. And as I pray, when I take these pills, he will find me and let me go. But it only brought me closer to his fist and hands around my throat. Given so much drugs, I forgot who I was. And sometimes I'm judged and laughed at. Like I wanted that. They say why I never went to the police, as if we share the same shoes in my captivity. But on another note, I am idolized for being on top. But I'll climb back to the bottom just to get you to stop. Dear Anxiety, I refuse to still feel like a traffic slave. I'm standing here. Why must I feel like I've died that day when all I wanted was to go back home? But he said, die or stay. I'm glad I never lost hope, but you make it so hard to trust anyone. So I don't even seek help. I started to feel like I deserved this. So at one point I blamed myself. My heart has so many holes. I've been so afraid to tell my story, but it's time I release you. And let go. I'm tired of going to the store just to forget what I came here for. Can't go outside past 6 because my mind says it's about to happen again in the dark. Who is my witness? More tears from my mom's eyes. Like, where are you? Where did you go? Where have you been? Dear Anxiety, I refuse to be your victim. They can continue to judge me. I make a difference. With or without them, I am here today to take a stand for everyone that never spoke up. And it's called the game for a reason, baby girl. And I'm so sorry that you never got love at home. But the promises he gives you, it's all pretend, because in reality, those black eyes and bruises are not worth it. And as for you, anxiety, I'm done with you, lingering around me like an envious friend, because last time I checked, happiness starts from within. So trust me. Stay home and listen to your parents, because you can be the next Jane Doe. who couldn't get out or take it no mo. An unmarked grave. Or like my friend Nicole, who was found under the bed at that hotel. Didn't make it. C18 plastic wrap from head to knees around her throat. Scratches and rope. If only we lived in a better world and humans no longer were prized for So for now, starting today, I claim victory over victim free from anxiety and no longer afraid. I don't know, Zandria, if you have voiced this yourself, but I think that this is a poem you should record in audio or video. I think that would be very powerful to hear your voice say it. I would love to hear that. We have one more. I believe this is the last one from Tamilia Valenzuela. And it's Mi Masquera. There's some in Spanish again. Okay, I'm going to do the best I can. Are we still there? Yeah, okay. Let's take a minute and breathe. Can we breathe, y'all? I'm thirsty. And I just need to breathe. Okay. Make sure my lipstick is smeared. Tamilia Valenzuela, and her IG is Tammy Val 25. Mi Masquera. I am lying here. This is a place my mind visits too often. Finding a way to release the pressure that is constantly building up. How did I get here again? When will I learn? Why can I stop feeling this way? I tell myself that you love me, that you don't mean the things you say or do. I tell myself that deep down I deserve all of this, everything. Watching my blood run feels more healing than all the nights that I cried for your acceptance. Watching my blood run feels more healing than becoming what you wanted. I tell myself that conforming can make me happy. I tell myself that this is a life I could be satisfied with. But it's not. It never could be. These walls are too much. I feel trapped inside a box not meant for me. Quiero quitar. Quiero llorar. Llorar. It's a double L. Llorar. Y a veces quiero morir. I want death, I think. But I don't. I continue to shed the expectations of you from myself. Let me repeat that. I continue to shed the expectations of you from myself. And although every layer I take off hurts, I'll continue until this mascara is gone. I'll continue until I am who I am meant to be. Without this constant drowning waves of sadness. Hasta que pueda quitar mi esta máscara. Hasta que pueda quitar mi esta máscara. I hope I'm doing a decent job with these Spanish words. I need to learn Spanish. Yo no hablo español. ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no hablo? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no habla? Porque mi mamá no habla español. I don't know, my mom didn't teach me. How you say teach? Practicar, to teach. I don't know. My mama didn't teach me. My mama Mexican and she didn't teach me. So my mother is born and raised in Mexico, in the northern part of Mexico, which is why I am so fair-skinned, because she is fair-skinned. She is very light. She looks Asian though, which everyone thinks I'm black and Asian. But anyways, so my mother was born in Mexico, and my grandfather, who actually passed away last year in November, they were immigrants. And so my mother, born there, I'm first generation American on her side, and she would come and travel. And because she was an immigrant, and because, she wasn't from here, she didn't want us to learn Spanish because she was fearful of what it would do with our accents, and that they wouldn't accept us, because when she came here to the States, she wasn't accepted as an immigrant. And so your girl don't know Spanish because my mom was fearful. So I'm like, look, my kids gonna know some Spanish. I don't care what they look like. They gonna know Spanish. Anyways, okay. Queen Naja Johnson's, I believe is her name. There's not a title, unless the title is Najwa, Najwa. And I don't know her Instagram handle. Okay. Emotions hit like crashing waves, the type to send a soul to its grave. I've tried swimming up and out of my thoughts, but the harder I try, the more I get caught. In this sea of depression, this place of rage, in the ocean where the lost succumb to their pain. My greatest fear is that alone I'll die here and never see the ocean while it's calm and clear. So I grasp for air and swim a bit harder, hoping my effort can get me farther. I have to keep going and make it to the shore. So I hold on tighter, like I've never have before. The fight is not over and I am not yet dead. Although at my weakness, I know victory is ahead. In a fit of rage, I am not who I wish to be. I am like the storm that comes to knock over the tree. I am all of the bad experiences combined in one, the fire that burns the heat of the sun. In a fit rage, I hate the decisions I make. Yet somehow I'm consumed and it seems so in place. Nothing is precious, nothing worth keeping. My heart pumps adrenaline and my anger keeps seeking somewhere or someone for my rage to grab. There's nothing present, so I look to the past. Why, I don't know, it's painful there. Perhaps to question my fears or take on the dare of not really caring what can happen to me. Let me repeat that. Well, I don't know why it's painful there. Let me repeat that. Why I don't know it's painful there. Perhaps to question my fears or take on the dare of not really caring what can happen to me. I've already been there. It's the future I can't see. No hope for tomorrow, no pennies in a well, just the depth of sorrow and the burning of hell. My desires have forgotten their place in my heart, only lingering in the places where it's dark. Maybe. It's not rage. It's something much deeper. Rage is the cause of not being a believer. In hope, in change, in love, not even light. Rage is the reason we seem to lose sight. Maybe if I open up and become fully aware, I'll realize my rage is just anger and fear. I didn't know that last sentence was there. Sorry. How are we doing though? Do we have enough energy to do at least 2 more? It's 12:42, so we've been on live for 42 minutes. I don't know how long Instagram will actually let us do this for. I don't know. But I'm going to do at least 1 more. And then we're going to do this again on Tuesday. Like I said, next Tuesday. Okay, so this is number 13. No. This is number 11. I've only read 10 so far. This is number 11. This is the 11th poem. And this one is by Monique Espinoza. So again, if you know her IG handle, please put it in there. Okay. On Instagram, I see perfection. Perfectly curated living rooms. Mom bloggers with flawless skin and 5-star dishes for their 4-year-old child. I see 6-packs and big booties, thick thighs and airbrush makeup, a never-ending stream of success. On Instagram, you see my highlight reel. I see behind the scenes. That picture at the wedding, the one with almost 100 likes, of my smile painted across my face in ruby red, skin-tight black dress accenting my curves. I had an anxiety attack an hour before that. Stood dressless in the kitchen as my boyfriend stitched the seam that I tore like a professional to ease my tears. Makeup running down my face because that is how my anxiety likes to remind me she's there, that she's present at all times. Even when I'm so happy I almost forget she likes to come unannounced. Makes me feel like the unwelcome guest, like the alien invader on the planet of me. Fills up the room with so much tension that I could feel the rope tighten around my neck. She shows up on good days and lingers around on the bad. On the days I already doubt myself, she sits there and lists out all of my mistakes. How many goals I haven't reached. Reminds me of how flawed I really am. How many people I've hurt and disappointed. Sometimes the bad days turns into weeks. And I am consumed. She is all-consuming. Lover of death and stories. She writes drafts about my death that make me fall in love with the idea of my funeral. But I never commit to. I have commitment issues. And nobody posts about funerals on Instagram. All right. I've read through 12, 11, 10. I've done 10. How are we feeling? I've read 10. Oh, y'all definitely have been typing this whole entire time. Did not know this. Thanks, guys, for the support. Did not see this. It was stuck. I didn't know y'all was typing. Well, praise the Lord. Hi, y'all. Okay. We can only do an hour. Thank you for that heads up. So I will have to finish this on Tuesday. No. Let's do this tomorrow. Where's I was about to say, where's my phone? My phone's right here. Let's do it tomorrow. I don't know when I'm free yet. We'll tell you I'll post about it. But I think, what is this? I think we should do it tomorrow. Let me check my calendar. I ain't nothing in this calendar. We all in quarantine. We ain't got nothing to do. Let's do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Let's say 2 o'clock again. No, yeah. Let's do 2 o'clock. Let's do 2. We're gonna push through and finish tomorrow. 2 o'clock tomorrow. I will announce it again. We're going to finish the poems. Let's talk for a second. Can I do 2? Yeah, 2 o'clock works for me. I have a call at 3, but we'll be done before then. 2 o'clock. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, we're going to read the rest of the poems. We've read about 10 or 11, and so we have 30 altogether, so we have just a few more to go. Let's do some deep breathing real quick, and then we're going to end. Everyone, hold and release. One more, but this time when you release it, make a noise. So everyone inhale, hold, and release. One more. And this time, I want you to still make the noise, and I really want you to pretend like you're blowing out everything that you just inhaled. Like you're really fully pushing away all the stress, anxiety. And if you're like me, you're in a filler, you literally probably can feel the emotions of these people. Release that. Ready? Inhale. Hold. And release. Thank you for those of you who joined me in this last about 48 minutes, almost an hour. I appreciate you all. I appreciate those of you who sent in poems and stories, who were so courageous and bold and confident that you want to get your words out here. I appreciate your words. I appreciate your voices. They matter. I value them. I appreciate you. I'm giving your flowers now because I'm actually fasting from social media. So other than what I'm doing for Am Root and for my business, I'm actually not on social media. So I'm not on there right now. I need to take a break, right? We all need breaks from life, and I need a break from social media. Because like my friend Monique said, right? Like, it's the highlight reels that I need to restrain from. But I just want to thank you all for your boldness. And I also want to thank you, those of you who stayed on and watched, and for those of you who are coming back later and watching after during the 24 hours that we have this up. It is a pleasure that you guys trusted me to read these. I was honestly a little worried about reading it and a little insecure. in the idea of I know how light skinned I am. Yeah, I know my privilege in that. And I think sometimes people, others do not identify me as black, and that's their business. I don't care. I know I identify as black. But anyways, but I think sometimes I get self-conscious of like who's willing to let me amplify their voices, because that's all I did. Right? This isn't these are your words, your voices, and I just amplified them. I just shared them. And I know for so long, I mean, I'm not white, but white people have taken our stories and twisted them and did different things to them. So I appreciate that you allowed me to be a part of this. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. It was a pleasure. I was also worried of like, ain't nobody gonna send in poems. Like, ain't nobody really gonna do, but we got quite a few. So thank you so much, Dom. Thank you for always creating such a safe space and a platform. Like I said before, if you guys really liked something, make sure you go out and reach out to these authors, artists, poets, storytellers. Let them know how much you love what they said. Let them know how much you appreciated what it was. I think that would be beautiful, right? Give some of their flowers while they can smell them. I also want to let you guys know, as always, that we are accepting donations. We are a small business, and we've been hit with this, with the COVID-19, just like everyone else. And so we understand that times are tough and things are hard right now. And I'm looking at my computer because I want to make sure I say the Cash App name and the PayPal correctly. I don't want to say them incorrectly, so that's the reason why I'm looking at my computer. But we're just trying to eat. Is really what I'm trying to get to. And so if you can, and if you have it, the availability, hey, official B Hunt, congratulations on your child being created. That sounds so weird, but congratulations on becoming a father. But anyways, sorry, I got distracted. I get distracted so easily. If you can and are looking to donate, you can donate on Cash App at the money sign Am Root LLC. You can Cash App us any donations you feel. Again, it's just for the business to run. We do support different artists and team members. And then again, the company has fees. And so we want to make sure that we're able to sustain during this time of COVID-19 and sustain past on. Because y'all love what we do. Y'all really do, because y'all show up for us. You show up and you show out. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you for writing it. Oh, you come in clutch. You can also visit iamroot.co. Sorry, that's incorrect. iamrootco.com/about, and you can pay through there. Just because the chaos and everything with COVID-19, and we're still here, y'all. How many of y'all, you can raise your hand. I mean, I'll raise my hand. But how many of y'all for real thought like, oh, this is going to be a 2-week thing and then we're going to be out? Y'all, is about to be May 1st and we're still here, which is okay. It's been a blessing for me. It's been really frustrating, but it's also been a blessing for me. I'm able to learn about myself and whatnot. So I want to encourage you during this time to really check in with yourselves, to really check in with your mental, with your emotional health, with your spiritual health, with your body physically. Make sure you're good. Please make sure you're good, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And so we need you. Right? We need each other. We need our community. And so in order for us all to do great, we need you to do great. So make sure you're checking in on yourself and that you are just rocking your best self, really. So that's all I got for y'all. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., make sure you come back, because I'll be finishing up these poems. So I feel like we should have a theme song. Dom, you should make me a theme song for when I go live. And when I end, and I could like I could do one of these. Anyways, peace y'all. Be good. Treat yourself real good, okay? Okay.